Today I'm reviewing the TCL 85-inch QM7K Series 4K HDR Mini LED QLED TV, 2025 model. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've lived with this TV in a living room setup for weeks, streaming shows, movies, gaming, and everyday TV use. What follows reflects actual use rather than just a spec sheet. Let's set expectations clearly. This isn't a compact bedroom display or a tiny budget screen. It's a large format, premium mainstream TV, and it doesn't aim to replicate reference-grade professional displays. It's built for big living spaces where you want immersive visuals with modern smart features and solid audio without a separate home theater stack. At its size, the 85-inch panel naturally dominates the room. In 4K HDR content, colors feel rich and contrast has real punch thanks to the Mini LED backlight combined with quantum dot color. HDR highlights and well-graded content feel bright and impactful. In darker scenes, local dimming helps preserve deep blacks without feeling washed out, though it doesn't fully eliminate all blooming around bright elements, familiar behavior on many large LCD backlit screens. For everyday watching, the image feels dynamic and engaging. Refresh behavior matters for moving content. The panel supports variable refresh up to 144 Hz, and while most TV content is at 60 Hz, this headroom is perceptible in gaming and sports. Motion is smoother than many standard TV panels I've used, and interaction with game consoles feels responsive, especially at 4K 120 Hz where supported. It doesn't feel jittery or blurry, and the anti-reflective screen keeps ambient light from washing the picture out as much as glossy panels do. Smart functionality is a notable part of daily use. Google TV integration means most major streaming apps are already on board, and launching services feels straightforward. Interface navigation is generally intuitive. There are ads and recommendations in some menus, which is common with many smart TV platforms, but they don't dominate the core experience once you jump into apps. Audio is surprisingly strong for a panel this size. With Dolby Atmos and Onkyo-tuned speakers, dialogue feels clear and fuller than typical flat TV speakers. It isn't a substitute for a dedicated soundbar or surround system if you're chasing cinema-style audio depth, but it's noticeably better than basic built-ins and doesn't require immediate upgrade for casual watching. Let's talk real-world lighting conditions. In a living room with daylight coming in, the anti-reflective screen helps significantly. You still see a bit of light on the surface, but it's not glaring. Evening viewing feels vivid and contrasty without distracting reflections. Noise and thermals aren't a real factor here, the TV remains silent, with no fans or mechanical hum. Standby and interface interactions are quiet too. Now positioning it logically. If your priority is a smaller screen under 65 inches or a dedicated professional-grade reference display with ISF calibration, this isn't that. Likewise, if you want a super high refresh panel like those used by specialized gaming monitors, you'll find narrower performance focused on 240 Hz plus elsewhere, though that's outside mainstream large TV norms. Where this TCL QM7K makes sense is for someone who wants an immersive big screen 4K HDR experience without separate devices, values improved contrast and color over basic LCD TVs, plays next-gen console games with smooth motion and high refresh support, appreciates built-in smart TV features and decent integrated audio. The compromise here is typical of large LCD-based TVs. Deep contrast and pure blacks won't quite match OLED panels, and you won't completely eliminate blooming in every scenario. But for living rooms where size, brightness, and motion matter, it performs well. So here's the rational evaluation. This TV delivers substantial real-world value at large screen sizes with vibrant visuals, smooth motion handling, and usable smart features. It doesn't chase reference-level calibration or perfect black uniformity, but it doesn't pretend to. In everyday use, whether watching movies, gaming, or browsing apps, it feels cohesive and capable within its class. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.